last session, this unnamed evil party had been speaking to Caro within the city of Broken Bridge. This is just after you all engaged in a little chase through town. The Stark Visnar fled from the old Vertex family house with a wolf and a certain tiefling riding on the back of it. You were able to successfully give chase enough to take it down with some solid Eldritch blasts. However, the very public killing of this creature and the maiming of many innocent folk during this encounter led you in hot water and had you enforced you to have a meeting with the council of the city of Broken Bridge, which included one individual known as Trakan, Trakan, right now, Seablood. Trakan Seablood, who is the leader of security of Broken Bridge. You were forced to come to the castle the very next day and speak with the council in a kind of shadowed meeting where you could not fully see who you were speaking to, or have any knowledge of the true faces of the council within the city of Broken Bridge. The meeting went well, however, and it seems as if Trakan and the rest of the council might have some uses for you in the near future. See how you were able to successfully deal with this creature. They also asked, specifically, Trakan, asked if next time you could come to him with any information about dangerous denizens such as Snar in the city. Give him a forewarning. He then left and went to go visit Caro Verstek within the Requiem Institute. While you were all speaking, learning more knowledge about what you saw within his old family manor, the angels and such. Atlas went and visited his wife, hidden within a seemingly small, other-dimensional manor of sorts. It took the shape of an open-air, kind of eerie-looking maze of some sort, but with guidance given to you by Caro. You were able to find yourself to the center of the maze and were able to speak with your wife, who you have now escorted out of the maze to be friends and allies, as they have discussed with Caro what to be expected. Caro has revealed that the journey of a golden path that he wishes to walk and seemingly needs others, such as yourselves. This path, he believes, is close to fruition. He has told you of a city within the continent of Ascension, where the gods ascended from this plane when they were forced to leave the Dawn War. That there is a city known as Golden Throne, which is the site for the magic planar portal of Mount Celestia itself. From there, he wishes to, hopefully 4 months' time, during the equinox of spring, begin the journey of the Golden Path and ascend to an angelic status. The place, the time, and all of your help. With the Heart Anchor and the many downcast that you have with you all, specifically and including Bonnie and Atlas, he believes that you all can be very successful. But seemingly there's still things to do. Before he was able to ask or tell you what things might need to be done, Atlas exited from the illusionary mansion with his wife, allowing you all to meet.
And that's where the session ended?
Yes, that is where this session ended last week. As you all find yourselves standing within Caro's little office, meeting Misha. Which the art is in the channel somewhere. I think it was in art. Character art. Yeah. So that is what Misha looks like. That is Atlas's art. Atlas's wife. Art
Okay.
of his wife.
All right. Ow.
Technically, when you spoke to the downcast angel, who seems to still have angelic powers, and is just trapped here on this plane, seemingly. They said the journey of the Golden Path cannot be completed. And many other things. I think that section is uploaded. In case I wish to go back. Let me double check though. Yes, it is. That one should be a loose spark. Right, part one of a loose spark. Oh, they're two separate episodes. I think it's a loose spark part 2, specifically. So that is the episode I think you actually went to.
Last session.
Okay, I don't want to hear my own voice. Yeah, it's Loose Spark Part 2. If you wish to see the meeting you had with the angel. You were there for that deal, right?
I think so.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think you missed the chase.
I know Mission Chase.
And then last session, which was
Yeah. The one
meeting
where,
with the
the last thing is when we had the last thing I was here for is when we went to go find the what's it called?
The spy.
Yeah.
No.
That's the last.
Yes. Stark Visnar.
Yeah, Spark was that's the last thing I was there for.
We
It's
killed him.
okay.
He stole my alms box.
Yeah, they had a chase throughout the whole city. It was actually impressive you kept up.
Nice. Okay, good job, guys.
Yeah, and it was a couple. The Stark Visnar murdered a couple children for sure.
Apple, I thought you said like 30.
30 children? That's a lot of children.
That is a lot of
It
children.
was like a class full of children.
Yeah, it was like a small class of children.
They got out of school.
All right, guys. No homework for the weekend.
Woohoo! No homework ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're done with homework, so
I don't remember exactly how
We're
many kids.
I think it was like
Benefit
20,
society.
like 10 to 20. I don't know. It was an amount of children.
Yeah, there was an amount of children.
It
Not
was
enough,
at
for
least
sure.
as many children as you can count on your hands.
Yeah.
No.
A couple handfuls of children.
I don't think it was that many, but yeah, also a horse died.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, didn't one of you heal the horse?
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah, so it was just I think the
I healed
driver
it and
of
then
the horse.
siphoned some of the healing off of it.
Yeah, I think it was the driver of the horse and a couple of
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. The driver got exploded.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No,
everyone
I-
was dead except the horse.
Well, the driver died. There was not too many people in the vicinity. It is a cone, but still, it's a cone.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we begin today's session as you all are meeting Misha. She smiles towards all of you. Pleasure to meet all of you. Caro told me a little bit about you all. You were traveling with us here. Thanks for keeping him safe.
Your husband is quite a headstrong man. He certainly cares for you a great deal. If only you could see what he was willing to do.
As you say that, kind of like, I guess it's a compliment. She just kind of put her arm through Atlas's arm and kind of hold on it. Which probably annoys Ajal, because you're still cursed. But she will say, he's a good person. And I'm glad he cares. So much, but so much.
Okay.
You notice Kara is kind of quiet during this, letting you all speak. Misha will then start asking you all questions. Who you are, you know, start telling her some stories, and she will unfurl her hand from Atlas and goes and grabs a seat.
I would. I will speak on things until Atlas gives any sign that he doesn't want certain things spoken about.
Quick group huddle. Hey Atlas, what do you not want your wife to?
Yeah, he probably will just say just like not like a lot of the nothing specific of what was
Okay.
done.
Okay.
No drugs.
She gets to keep thinking you're a good person who cares about a lot of stuff.
Yep, pretty much.
You still care about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is her.
Yeah. Care about one stuff.
One
Two
stuff.
stuff.
One stuff. Two stuff.
Forgot he had a child. No, there's a child in there.
Exactly.
Two stuff.
Care about two stuff.
1.5 stuff.
What? How late's the pregnancy? Is it 1 1/4?
It's
On a scale of like
It's
a
not
quarter
that-
to a full person,
how
how far into
of
pregnancy is
0
she?
to 9, it's like a 2 to a 3.
Okay.
Okay. 1/3 stuff.
Yeah. 1 1/3 stuff. In which case, I will definitely make sure to gloss over anything Hadar related.
Yeah. We won't speak on the towns that we burned. that we
Yeah.
killed.
The towns.
in the towns that we have raised.
That's like a wild statement.
So many towns that just died.
At least 3.
At least, yes.
And if I'm lucky, if my plan works, it'll be 4.
Damn.
Oh, remember, because I put the little
Yeah,
I
he did
remember.
get arrested.
I know. I have to see if it's 4 now. uh,
You will all done some criminal offenses.
Oh yeah, we're also not going to
Criminal
talk about the
offenses.
crypt and the illegal stuff that was inside of the crypt.
So let's just say we're going to erase about 50% of the information.
The version of our story is we're going to say, hey, we fought a bunch of monsters and now we're here.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
That's what we
I
did.
bring up like the ghost children.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Actually, no,
It
you
helped.
probably don't bring up the children. You just probably bring up like the ghost man in the woods. Evil ghost.
No. I don't think we bring up the children. We help them find peace.
Yeah. You have those dead children.
I feel like
And then we
puts
just
me
killed a bunch more children on our way here.
We don't got to mention that.
We didn't kill the
Listen,
children.
if you bring up one child, you bring up them all.
That's
did
not
not
a
kill-
law. And if it was, we don't care. We're evil.
Break the law. But we didn't kill the children. We were just part of the circumstance where children died.
I'm sorry. Now I'm just thinking about the phrase "we didn't kill the children" to the tune of "we didn't start the fire."
We didn't kill the children.
You all tell this mostly nice story about your adventures thus far. Whoever's using this story, whoever wants to, go ahead and make a deception check.
Who would lead this?
I am trying to write notes. What's the necromancer's name?
Caro.
Caro. Okay. There's too many.
Not to be
K-A-R-R-O-W.
yeah, not to be confused with Caro.
Caro.
I don't have a good deception, guys.
Caro.
I'll roll it.
Okay.
Caro Colte.
I
Yeah.
can try.
Colte is a disembodied. Caro is a downcast. Caro is depressed.
Oh yeah, that is a good
Like
question.
Nature Rio.
Who is okay? Whoever I guess like is talking the most to Atlas's wife.
Honestly, I feel that would be you, but I feel like I would end it
Yeah.
at
No,
certain
that's
points.
fair.
Bonnie asks if you have advantage.
I was about to say I'll help along the story
Yeah.
to keep things from getting too
I'd say yes, you would have advantage. Just because there's a lot of you speaking. You know, you're adding on to each other's stories, you're helping.
Anytime someone gets a little too close to the truth, someone else start stalking. Like, oh yeah, and there's also.
and yes, that is I think you might be forgetting.
I keep
Have I
telling my
introduced
family.
you to?
I keep telling my family you don't need a bard in the party, and I cannot tell them that I'm regretting that decision.
Okay, so I'll roll that deception with advantage.
Yeah.
18.
Whoa.
You don't have to tell your family you're regretting not having a bard in the party.
So true. Who cares if our highest modifier is +2? That's not important.
I can make it a +5 if you give me an 8 hours.
Whoa.
Game changer.
I mean, 3 is a big number.
The last session we at least did have a high charisma sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of high charisma characters.
We went from so much charisma to so little charisma, which does make sense because we went from very good and kind of well liked to very evil and absolutely fucking hated by everyone we've met.
People see us and they're like, "Oh, you're trouble. Get out
Yeah.
of here." We're like those teenagers who like tattoo themselves with Sharpie and a safety pin.
So true. Don't do that. That sounds so dangerous.
No, it's
You-
terrible.
You are going to get a staph infection and an ink infection. So
You're
many
gonna get all of the.
infections.
You're gonna find infections that haven't existed since
You're
1427.
gonna make new ones.
Like,
Go to
Wait,
the
is-
hospital.
But it's
Wait,
going to
what
be
did you just say about? Wait, what? What did you just say? Infections since 1427?
you're gonna get an infection that hasn't been seen since 1427.
God.
It's okay. They're gonna look cool, guys.
They're gonna die in such a metal way.
It's
I think
so
it's got
metal
true.
to die.
I feel you guys are just like overlooking the key important factors about that right now.
You know, you have a really great point. I didn't even consider.
Karo was a downcast, right?
Kara was a downcast.
Yeah.
Karo.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, someone has to change
Karo.
their name.
See, this is why I always
name
say
is Kyle
Karo the
Rowe.
boy, Karo the necromancer.
Yeah.
Someone needs
gotta
to
give them
go
their title.
go to town hall, go to the Department of Name
Do
Changes.
I need to convince?
Fill out the paperwork.
Wait, no, there's such an easy way to do this. I can baptize Karo in blood and give him a new name.
Yes, do it.
Cock
I'll
Rowe?
approve
You're gonna
one
rename
action
Cock
in Hadar's
Rowe?
name. Rename him like Jeffrey or something easy. Stuart.
This is Stuart.
This is my familiar Stuart.
In the name, in deep search, in the name of Hadar, I rename you Dort.
Stuart.
Dort. I do like Dort.
What are
that's
you,
very
the
funny.
Mormon church?
Yes.
If it
you
works, it
think
works.
about it, Hadar
Hadar
and
is-
Mormon's pretty similar.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Hadar is Mormon himself.
He is the Mormon.
Hadar is Sir Mormon.
No.
Big Mormon.
Big boy.
I mean,
Big Mormon in the
Who's John
sky.
Smith then? Who's the John Smith of your religion?
Maybe it's that guy we killed.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Not Triple H.
the Hadar guy we killed.
Which one?
you're not
The
narrating
guy
him.
who did
The old
stuff in
man?
town. No, not the old man. The other one.
The
when he, like,
The guy who
killed
wanted to take
people.
us to Yarnum.
Yeah. Maybe that's John Smith.
I think the old man's probably closer to John
Wait,
Smith.
if you kill John Smith, do you become John Smith? Like
we're
in the
John
Santa Claus?
Smith.
Is this
No,
Tim
but I
Allen
do think
Santa
they
Claus?
have like cardinals or something. So it could be like, oh no, they're called prophets. So he could
Well-
be the next prophet.
We just gotta go to Yarnum and find out, really.
That's so true. Well, what if we go to Yarnum and we both grow beards because we killed the last one?
Oh my god. In Yarnum, if you kill someone, you
can't.
get their hair.
No, it's illegal because you're first off not straight, second off AFAB, and those are both illegal.
Oh, damn. I think Hadar's more chill about that stuff though than Big Mormon.
I think Hadar doesn't
Big
care as long
Mormon.
as like you sell your soul to him.
Yeah,
Well, not sell your soul. Allow him to eat your soul.
yeah.
No, he needs
Big
he needs
Mormon.
you to send him, you know, healing energies, and be a little chaotic.
Yeah, as long as you're doing your job, he doesn't care who you're fucking.
Yeah.
But does he care who I kill for him?
Probably not.
No,
I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't
on the
think he
taste.
has the
there's
privilege
definitely
to
a
be picky.
preference. Well, there's definitely a preference, but like he's not gonna be picky.
Yeah, he's not in a position
If
to
you
be
kill
picky
someone
about
that
it.
tastes bad,
You know,
Also,
what would be best is, you know, I'm gonna stop talking.
I was like, I turned my listening ears on.
He wants you to kill 40 virgins before they fall
I'll
into
do
the
that.
volcano.
Nah,
But-
he doesn't want them to be virgins.
Okay,
I-
he wants you to kill.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. No, I can't say that. That'd be rude.
Once
You want
can't say
I
that
was
on
gonna say,
Twitch
I was gonna
dot
say you have to turn them into not virgins and then kill them.
Oh,
To be sexually
Oh.
liberated. Need them to be
Mhm.
free.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
interesting, interesting.
That isn't
So I
Mormonism at
Guys, an
all.
orgy.
So anyway, we're
And then
It's
back
the
to
opposite of
Atlas's wife.
Mormonism. It's evil
Alright.
women.
Okay, all right, guys, we're going too crazy. We're losing it.
Back to Atlas's wife, and then
We just
Yeah,
talked into this
so-
whole thing about Mormonism in front of his wife
We
and
just went like a
Atlas.
5-10 minute tangent about Mormonism.
we're having a sidebar, but don't worry about it. Anyway, Misha,
It's been a couple weeks.
Oh,
We'd
Yeah.
yeah.
like to
in a
talk
couple
about some
weeks.
very interesting concepts, Misha.
I rolled an
Can you
18 in
tell?
deception.
All right, how did that go?
Um,
How did she feel about this?
Yeah, interesting. It's cool to hear about this Mormonism. I'm so happy you all have done so much good, and that Atlas is able to help people.
Ah, of course. He's been a very valuable ally during our journey.
Atlas has been instrumental in the spread of Mormonism.
I mean, I am kind of like Jesus. I came back to life.
Hey. Oh no, but he rose as a zombie though. I don't know if that's how that works. But
Nick
it's,
for every Jesus. in
I
this
also
campaign.
came back to life.
yeah. Oh yeah.
To Jesus?
Not a lot. It's
Not
weird
the
it's happened
Jesus,
so many
because-
times.
Because the original Jesus was the one from
Three Jesus.
there's
Sorry.
three Jesus.
Three
the
The
Jesus.
first king you always said was Jesus, because he
Yes.
was also the Holy Spirit when you fought him. Graylin's technically Jesus as well. He died
Or
and came back.
Jesus.
All right, that's two.
He killed him. He had himself killed by Ganesh for his sins, and then came back to life.
Am I Judas?
But Jesus
I think
asked you to kill him. And you
I know,
also
I
became Jesus.
I know, right? I ascended.
Simply, we must
We
focus.
gotta
God
play
to
D&D.
you,
Oh my
it
god.
sucks.
We do
Oh
this
my
too.
God.
Okay.
We're,
I missed this, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
the ADHD is working well with
We're
us
all
right now.
we're all so big
Yeah.
yappers, but we must contain.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. This is now. I have to ask a question again. I haven't been here for a little bit. So, our current goal is what right now?
Good question. We're looking for it. We found it here, but now we're looking for it again.
Okay. So we came here primarily to find Karo. Karo, right? Not Karo. Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
seemingly wanted very much to kill him.
And we are here now, and our allegiance with him is for the sake of Atlas getting back his wife, right? That was
Yes.
okay.
Bonnie also seems, based on the conversation that you've just had, Bonnie seems very interested in what this ritual is. And Arrow is working to convince you all that it's a good idea.
Okay, so Bonnie's gonna betray us. I'm glad to know.
Also, Caro hasn't been lying. You know,
Yeah,
his wife has been kept safe. He doesn't really know where to send her too often. You know, he's the only one protecting her. No one else knows she's here. It probably wouldn't be a good idea, as she could be hunted by the enemies of the state. The Empire of Glass is just on the edges of the city, and if something happens, you know, the city
How do
is
we-
breached. He might
how
need
do
to
we
leave with her.
did I put it in my okay. Is Misha full blown alive, or is she like undead like Atlas now?
You look at her, she looks alive.
Okay, she looks alive. Okay. I'll ask my own questions later. I'm not gonna do it at the open table. Okay, so right now we are. Did we get paid for getting for all for both our quests?
Yes.
Yeah, you were paid for all your quests. You also, I believe you got more money from one of the quests, right? You got more money for something. I think that was just
We
because
did
you.
not get more money from one of the quests. I did write it down somewhere how much we got. I don't know if it was
I think
added
it
to
was
your
in total
character.
15,000.
Yeah, but then we had to split it up, which was
Yeah.
written somewhere.
Okay.
I know I
Um,
added one of them to your sheet. I think.
There was 106 that we all got,
Okay.
and then the big
Platinum or
amount,
gold?
it was
It's-
gold.
It was
That
gold.
was
Bonnie
for
just
something
wrote it.
smaller. That wasn't the missions. I don't remember what it was from, but it was, I think, just loot from something. The big amount, somewhere back here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going through the chat log. This is what I get for missing the session.
833,
No,
I
alright,
think,
800. Okay.
because that
Uh,
would be. Well, that would have been the 5,000 split up, but we ended up with. Yeah, because we haven't gotten paid for the angel one yet. We just got paid for the other one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 833 from the. I can't remember which quest, but not the angel one because we have not gone back to. I think we're getting paid for that like now, basically.
Okay. I'll say so. That was for the spy mission then.
Yeah, that was for the spy mission.
Did you guys get your payment from taking care of that one creature?
Yeah, I think that should have been already added because that was a couple sessions ago. So you should have
Okay.
already had that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we still got to get paid for dealing with the angel, and
Yeah, we're
after
that's
that, we are now trying to figure out our next task, our next goal.
basically, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm all caught up. Thank you. All right. Well, Misha, do you have any questions that you would like? I know this is a loss, given you are being reunited with your love and meeting a very colorful cast, as one could say.
Not trust Atlas, and I think you all, as long as you keep him safe, it's all good. But I'm sure he'll tell me a little bit more. I just wanted to meet and see all of you. It's been a long time since I met anyone new.
Fair enough.
Has she been introduced to Cecil?
I don't believe so. Want to introduce her to Cecil?
Yes. I'm gonna hold Cecil out, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, and this is Cecil." To be clear, I'm not holding it out as if for her to take Cecil. It's more like I have this thing.
Yeah. She looks confused for a moment, and then you see Cecil speak. Yeah, that's interesting. Where did you two meet?
Didn't I pick Cecil up in the abandoned ruins of Cardinal?
Mhm.
Oh, I picked Cecil up in some abandoned ruins.
That's always fun. Kara, who has been kind of on the sidelines for most of this conversation since we hashed information, looks up at you, does cock his head a little bit, and raises eyebrows. Doesn't really mention anything. You get the sense he's noted something.
I'm sorry, did I say something?
Oh no, I was just looking at your companion. Where you found those in Cardinal? Yeah.
Yes, I found Cecil and Cardinal.
Huh. Curious.
I'm gonna pull Cecil to me. I don't like how he's talking.
Um, well, at this point, Misha, after having met all of you at least a little bit, well, it seems like you all still have a little bit to talk about. I'm gonna go back and see you soon, okay? So kind of stand up from the chair she's been sitting in, goes over to Atlas and rubs the edge of his arm for a few moments and heads back into the hidden manor. Carol waits till the door is closed, and you just see this faint shimmer within the corner of the room before he continues. We've been having a good conversation, Atlas, about future. I want your help with the ritual. I've been doing my best to make up for what I did, and I hope you can forgive me, and I hope you can help me.
So, what ritual are you talking about? Like, does it has to deal with the downcast stuff?
It does.
He would like our assistance within the next 4 months to fulfill the golden path, right?
Mhm.
To fulfill the ascension during the time of the golden path.
With you, Bonnie, and the unborn child. That is 3 other downcast. That is almost enough for the ritual. And I know another who can help us. It won't be an easy ritual. Nothing like this has been attempted successfully. But your bloodline is angelic. And you can return to it if you want it. I can help you. But I do need your help first. Some pieces of this ritual didn't work. My family, the cardinal. I don't think the cardinal is enough. is central to this, but it's not enough. The magic, the angelic blood flowed from their bodies. According to Colte, out of their eyes, ears, every orifice, every space. It needs to be sealed. There must be something else that can work in the ritual. I can find it, of course. I'm sure there is something. Anyways, Volte is my explorer. While I am busy, looks towards the invisible doorway, protecting other things. I'm sure he'll find what we need. But I do have rivals that make certain plans and trips difficult. I know you all have been doing tasks throughout the city, and I might have one for you as well, if you'd be down for it.
What kind of tasks are you talking about?
I have a rival here in this city. The Osbridge family hated mine for a very long time. Hated the first ex. They are high and mighty lords from a different continent. They came here, originally stayed in Redridge, eventually they moved to Broken Bridge and settled deeper below the city than some of the others. They are founding members, and they are currently on the council. Slack as the king's ear, and that is not good for me, because she despises my name. I have some ability to potentially forge some incriminating evidence, tarnish her family name, and potentially oust her from the house, which would make my life easier in doing what needs to be done. She's having a winter ball very soon, in fact, and it would be a decent cover to sneak in to her private office, find her safe, and plant this incriminating evidence. This could be done effectively, easily. It would help me a lot. And I've heard rumors of something they might have. That is in my curiosity. Pay, or find a way to pay. seeing how you've already done one thing for me. Clear my own family home. What do you say? Hello?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, was he talking to all of us? Or was he talking to Astar?
Atlas, and then mentioning the rest of your team, so like
Okay.
you kind of
Just-
all work together.
Okay. Well, where will this ball be located?
Not too far. Within the rift, the Yoslak family home is recessed in one of the many cliffs here. They're dwarven. Their family built deep into the cliffs here. So getting to your office is not as easy as going up to a window. Kind of have to go into the front door. I've been able to find it through various meetings. I can detect there is a strong magical presence within the room, and the safe is located behind the family portrait within the main study. Same floor.
Right. Let me write that down. And this family is called what again?
The Ostrich family.
Ostrich family. Ostrich
I
family.
believe he told you when you first entered that he's not exactly like ostriches are. Some people who have kind of been menaces to him.
Ostrich. Safe is on the second floor behind the painting.
Within the main study, yes. The family portrait specifically.
The family portrait. Family portrait. And there's a magical presence in the room.
He has some incriminating evidence that he wants to utilize.
Okay.
In return for breaking in, he's offering to pay you or find a way to magically help.
Okay. And Yoslak is a public figure.
Yeah, they're a powerful family. They were one of the instrumental families within Broken Bridge. They moved here. He'll tell you this information. They moved here approximately somewhere around 700 years ago during a large conflict within their homeland. They moved from Don Willow, and as their family, one of the major families of Don. And they moved here. At first, tried Bridge with the other dwarves there, and then moved to Broken Bridge to settle a kind of new household here in the Rift. Yeah, but Carol seems to believe that they also might have something of value, let's say.
So, what say everyone?
I mean, I I don't think it's a terrible deal.
That's good to hear. I was hoping to talk to you earlier and see about getting you, or anyone for that matter, positions on the guard staff. But sadly, those closed up. Now it is more invite only. Luckily, I might have a couple invites to spare. What do you think, Alice?
I think Alex was just say, I'm not against the idea.
Good. And since you are breaking and entering, anything else you wish to take and keep from the manor, I would not be opposed. Just think of it as a further incentive.
What I don't want to say in front of this guy is, what else do we have going on right now, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna tell him that.
Also, like, we've kind of done this before with the Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you proved you can do it to yourselves.
Yeah. But I didn't want to say that to this guy either.
I would invest most likely in spells that you can buy pretty easily within the school. The actual event is in 2 days. Time to prepare. And I will say, if you need the procuring of certain items, say, pass without trace, I can help with that.
I mean, a little bit of stealth wouldn't go amiss, I'd assume.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Do we have the floor plans to their house?
I don't actually have access to that. I doubt you would be able to fully get it, but I can describe well enough the way to get to the office.
Cool.
Study, I should say. Most likely, the event's going to be held in their grand ballroom. That is on the north side of the estate. South side of the estate is where the main staircase to the estate is located. There, on the second floor, on the right side, down the first hallway, the study is located. It's a sizable estate, but you should not have too much trouble. Hopefully.
And what time will this be taking place?
I believe the event starts at 5 and ends at 9.
How much time do we have to prepare?
2 days. Well, the event is in 2 days, so whatever's left of today and tomorrow, I assume.
All right.
And sorry, did he say a payment amount for this job?
He said
Not
he
yet.
would offer,
Okay.
he said he will offer magical assistance, or he is willing to pay us.
Gotcha.
Depending on what you want from him. So, you know,
Hmm.
you have money now.
I mean, I would never say no to more money personally. Just looking at spell component cost and stuff like that. Money's always nice.
It is always in
Hungry wizard.
Okay, Gail.
New board game from Hasbro. Hungry wizard.
need of all the mana.
Need all the money.
Oh man.
And yet you're always poor.
Exactly.
Listen,
Spending
being
all
a
your money.
spellcaster is expensive, alright?
Rich in assets, poor in cash.
But think of the unlimited power.
No, it's very limited. It's limited to your cash.
And slots.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, but I feel like after one meteor swarm, you don't need to do too much usually.
yeah. Also, you can buy spell scrolls.
Yeah.
Cash wins again.
Once again. Okay. 2 days. It's at 5 to 9. We
We still have fancy outfits from Redridge, don't we?
Yeah. A little, you know. messed
less
up.
pristine.
Yeah.
Okay, we might want new outfits then.
So is this event invite only? How are we getting in?
Invite only.
Okay.
If you had talked to him, or if you had done the quest earlier, he had access. He knew that they were hiring guards. Through like Yark's quest, that they would have been training over the past couple days, so that would have given you access. But now, because he took too long, because you did so many other quests, now that is unavailable. So he has to give you his invite that they gave him, because that would be nice to him sometimes. even though they work
And-
against him.
And this invite is going for one of us or like the whole group.
The invite itself is for Caro and Colte. Each invite includes 2 guests.
Okay. So 4 of us can get in without a hassle.
6 of you could get in without a hassle.
That's
Each
Oh, so
each invite has 2 guests you can bring.
oh no, I thought like the invites were particularly for Caro.
No, they initially are for him, but the invites
He
that
can-
were sent to him for his use. He can,
He's gonna send us in his stead.
yeah, he doesn't want to go.
Representatives.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well, it
guys are
works out.
representing Caro and Colte in this matter.
It's a bad choice on their part.
2 elite teachers within the Requiem Institute. Sending 9 faculty. Let's go.
Nope, not even faculty. We're not even students.
We're an outside
Yes.
party with affiliations.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But don't
We're
we know
just
the
little
dean?
thoughts.
At least we know the dean.
Yeah. You presume the dean might also be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, so then I guess we just prepare. Well, what time of day is it now?
I believe it's pretty early in the day.
Okay, so all right, so we still have the whole day for today.
Yeah, fairly early. It's
Yeah, like
it's probably
we
about
have most.
12:30.
Okay, yeah, we have most of it still.
Yeah, you have your
yeah,
evening for sure.
actually,
I've just got brain blasted with memory. He didn't pay us for the angel thing, right? He just gave us other stuff instead. Because isn't that how I got a bag of holding? Was because instead of money, he gave us stuff. Or was
Yeah,
that a
he asked
different?
what we wanted from him.
Yeah.
I made him put a
okay.
hole in a skull fragment. You asked for a bag of holding.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So if
Each
Agil
Yeah,
wants
important
something,
things.
he would probably give it to you since we did the angel thing.
Oh,
I forgot that that's the agreement we made because I was looking at my inventory. I was like, bag of holding. Why do I have this?
is there a limit? Like, what's the?
Like just
So-
stuff he can do.
Bag of holding is
I think he said he's a conjuration wizard and
transmutation,
transmutation.
and
Yeah. So if there's any like transmutation stuff or like he gave me a used bag of holding, so that's how I got that.
Okay.
But he did say he can procure items if you give him time.
Okay. Alrighty. Choose one skill in which you lack perseverance. Yes. Oh, that's interesting stuff. So is there like a certain rarity that for magic items?
so most likely the limit in total of what you all can get is probably 5,000.
5,000 is the limit.
Yeah, that's very standard for like what you all,
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
you know, for all the quests you've all been doing thus far. So a lot of them have been paying off 5,000 gold pieces.
Okay. That's fine. All right, so that shouldn't need anything too crazy. I will look for that right now. Then. Uh, hmm. What's the? Would I be able to get bracers of defense, or are those rare items?
I think those are rare.
Those are rare. Okay. Yeah, they're rare.
Yeah, no. There's a decent amount of options.
Oh yeah, I'm a fine. Something.
There is mithril armor.
I can't wear armor.
Say to others, maybe.
There's boots that can make you sneakier, and those are common. Boots of Elvenkind.
Yeah. Can I? Hmm. Just because. Why not? Can I get a dragon hide belt?
I can hide about. Oh, that's why I can't. Oh no.
Oh no. I broke it, guys. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just realizing why I couldn't get in. Like I accessed every book. Now I'm like, why can't I access any book? So, I didn't know this. Does this work now? There we go. Huh. Honestly, could be a possibility. I can look into it. I don't know if there's any in the city, but I might know someone who has some spare dragon hide. And I can have it crafted.
That would be rather useful for my own particular uses.
That would help. For sure. I'll put that in for you. I'll do my best to speed it up.
Well then, we know our task. We know where it's located. We have 2 days. I guess it'd be important for us to prepare.
I would suggest it. You know, I heard about what happened with whatever creature you ambushed. And it was very public. Try not to make this one public.
Of course.
Well, it appears we have a deal then. Anything else I can get for you to make this run faster? I'll have Jose bring you. How many do you think you're gonna need? 2? Pass without traces?
Sure, that should be fine.
Okay. Not exactly known to wizards, so I put them in with a certain fraud. One done faster. I'll get to work on your dragon hide belt as well. And when this is completed, perhaps another item or something to help. Or money. I have enough of it to pay. Oh, I need these. He walks behind his desk and opens up a drawer. Me and Cortez invites. He goes over and hands them to you. 6 in total. This should allow all of you to get in. Have you announce yourselves. Just say you are going in my stat, as I was busy, unavailable. But you're friends of the university. I know the headmaster should be there, as well as Olin. Planning on going. Other than that, it'll be a who's who of the city's finest. At any rate, wish you luck.
All right. With our new plan being finalized, there is something that I would wish to do. Will any of you require my assistance for these next 2 days?
I don't think so.
All right. I was told, if I'm not mistaken, they have a good medical facility. No, the had a good. I don't think it was the institute where I was told that they had a good um, culture for medical practices. Where I could look into more information. If I'm not mistaken. Right now.
They do have. Um, I'm pretty sure they do have a space for. See, I don't think I have it written down either. So I can't find it in this
Unless,
list.
unless I was thinking of Hornridge. My thing was Broken Bridge.
There's definitely Broken Bridge.
Okay.
But yeah, you would want to head to the medical university here.
Okay. I don't really have too much prep stuff that I need to do. So I will be spending my time there until it's time for us to go to the event.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go grab an outfit from a store that looks nice.
Oh yeah, we have to look nice for this. I'll do that before I go to the medical institute.
Okay. So you go and find a clothing shop located within the Rift, the kind of fancier section of the city. You're looking for fine clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, looking through this shop, you are able to find different outfits and accessories that are tailored and fashioned in noble kind of style, just metals, gems, and fine fabric. Each of them is probably going to be about 15 gold pieces. They're fairly standard. If you wished, you could have them tailored and adjusted and changed if you wanted anything specific.
No, I don't think I need anything specific.
Nah, just something. Ripley would probably grab literally the first thing he sees that fits him, that
Mhm.
isn't like ostentatious. and be like, good enough.
Okay, like a black, like suit coat, something like that.
Black, brown, something or other.
Mhm. Yeah, you put it on, trying it on just to see if it fits. And it mostly fits, you know. It's not, you know, perfectly tailored, but you look at yourself in your reflection. You probably just say, "Yeah, this works."
Yup.
I'll be looking for something that, you know, obviously has to be nicer, but more functional, easy to walk.
What exactly type of event is this? Like how high class? Like how black
this
tie
is-
is this black tie?
This is a winter's ball.
A winter's ball. Fancy. Okay.
It's gonna be fancy.
Cold.
Yeah, it is inside, but the weather itself is very cool. But you can have a coat. And are any of you planning on bringing your weapons or anything like that?
That would
Only
be
weapon
amazing if we
is-
could.
Only thing I'm planning to bring are these two hands of mine.
As long as I can bring my
Nice.
staff, which is a walking stick. So
I need to
they
at
take
least
away a
bring
disabled man's walking stick. That's fucked up.
I need to at least bring my holy symbol.
Mhm.
Which who would deny a wood elf the worship of Rilifane Rahalithil?
It's simply
That's
too many
totally who this is
consonants in
for.
that.
I know.
Elephant.
Far too many consonants in those words.
It's the Elvish Society, you know.
Yeah, truly. Why do you think everyone here calls Ace Ace and never says her full name Asanoth unless it's in character?
Yup. Listen, Rilithane Ralithel, the prime deity, the patron of the Elven Citadel of Van Ran Galados. You know, just long names that are just weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I need my tools.
Need to
Go
dress with
ahead.
pockets.
Yeah,
Dress
go
with
ahead.
pockets. That's impossible.
You spend 18 gold pieces. You find one dress with pockets, but it's more expensive.
That
Worth
tracks.
it.
This,
Worth it.
This is bullshit. Dresses came with pockets in the past. They came with huge pockets.
They didn't
Yes.
come with it actually. It was an
I
extra
know, it was
add-on
an extra
feature that you
thing.
tie under your dress.
Technically, they came with pockets, though, because they had a slit in the side that you could reach your hands in to reach to your pockets.
Yes, but then you also have to bring your own pockets. It would come with a pocket hole, not the pocket itself.
Bring your own pocket. Is this a potluck?
Uh-huh.
It's a pocket potluck?
True.
BYOP.
Bonnie pays extra for a pair of pockets.
Repulsive.
Would you like to buy some pockets, dear? It'll cost you extra.
At least they sell pockets.
When we leave, we can explode this tailor's place.
I only charge 3 gold for an extra pocket.
That's
So
like a
fun.
that's like a whole material.
Hidden pocket? They're all hidden. Takes your dress, takes your gold.
They're all hidden.
Sews the pocket in. And you put your tool set in your pocket. No one knows.
Garrett, because this is what we used to have.
What fine lady would have the items in her pockets just sitting out for people to see?
I'm gonna strangle this woman.
Not in our society.
She's not surviving this campaign.
Nope. We have our enemy.
For context on how big pockets are.
You
Context.
could fit a whole baby in that.
Yeah.
Just put your baby in your pocket. You don't even have to hold it in your arms.
Oh damn.
Shove it
No,
right in
these
there.
are hidden pockets.
Well, these would be hidden pockets too, because
They'd be underneath.
Mm,
they'd be underneath like another 3 layers of cloth,
yeah.
or 1 if you're poor. Oh no, I accidentally went into
yeah.
AI mode.
Ew.
No, get
Do
me
you want
out
a
of
pocket
here.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Spend 18
Yes.
gold. She'll still lock it in for you. Play. Just so you know, as you're trying on your suit, you try for your pockets and realize they're like tiny. You can fit like a quarter in them. They're like fancy fake pockets.
That's fine.
Okay.
I don't really have much I need to be having in my pockets.
Gotcha.
I want pockets for if we steal stuff.
Yeah,
Wait.
but you can take your gem and put it in the pocket. But yeah, it seems that most of these outfits have no pockets whatsoever.
Have what?
Pockets whatsoever. Even the
He's
men's
a
clothes.
pocket shark.
Mm-hmm. How do you think she makes her business? It's a tough world out here. No pockets for
Try
anyone.
making your business with a few less fingers, lady.
But she quickly sews in the pockets that you need. You purchase. Anyone else buying a fancy fit?
Sure. Sounds fun.
Okay.
Yep, I'll buy one as well.
You two buying pockets?
Yeah, I'll buy one with pockets.
18 gold. Ajal.
I'm gonna go without pocket.
No pockets.
No pocket.
I don't really have
Okay.
pockets either, so
Gotcha.
How much is it without pocket?
15 gold.
15.
Just note, you can't have any other stuff with you. If you have no pockets, you can't hide your spell components.
I don't think I have spell components. Guess I could
I'll hold your spell
check.
components for you if you need.
I mean,
just
my
have to
staff takes
farm.
care of most of them. I don't believe I have any gold cost ones.
Valid. I have a couple, mainly Revivify.
I just like to imagine like Bonnie trying to like go to this party, and like at the door you just hear chung chung chung.
Could you imagine if they had metal detectors?
Oh no.
Bonnie
Well,
going
it's-
through TSA.
Well, it's glass, so potions would be fine. I mean, the liquid inside would be, bad, but at least it's not metal.
Your tools.
I need my tools.
Are the outfits like? Can we wear our armor with them?
Do you want to?
I would like to be able to wear my leather armor, which is that's not like super bulky, so I imagine I could
If you want
make it work.
the outfit to be tailored to use your leather armor, it's going to be an upcharge.
By how much?
I'd say 5 gold pieces.
Jesus. Okay.
What? She has to do the whole fabric. It's a lot
Yeah,
of fabric to do.
Oh no, she
got a
has to rip the
question.
seam.
Just to rip a singular
So
seam.
if
Actually,
I
Ripley knows
get
how to
girls'
sew.
clothes instead, can I hide healing potions in the boob areas?
I think it would. I mean, you're gonna have really lopsided boobs if there's potions in there.
Yeah, they're going to be a little weird looking.
Every time you move, people hear as liquid just sloshes around.
Also,
Yeah, metal clinking and liquid sloshing, which is not normal.
also they would probably have to be very tight, and people would probably look at your chest and see glass instead of like.
It could be a high neck.
I mean, it doesn't look the same
It won't
undercloth.
look the same.
Hey, just do
Either.
it and see how it goes.
Pink, I know that the shape of boobs is a foreign concept to you, but trust me, it's not gonna work out the way you want
That's
it to.
wild, dog.
You're so mean to me.
Like, I know you're not super familiar with how a bra works, but it's simply not what you're envisioning.
Oh, no.
That's insane. That's insane. The shots, they've been fired.
Well,
Oh no. Silence.
I must agree though.
I probably
that's
muted
just
'cause
not
they're-
how.
Squeaky toy laughing.
You're so mean.
I know.
Damn.
Maybe you could do like some severe like shoulder pads.
We just get fucking pockets.
I got pockets.
Or strap knives to the thighs under the skirt. There's
Or just say
so
you
much
thought
more
it
you
was
can
a
hide in women's
BYOB
clothing.
event.
Bring your own boobs?
You can't go to that event.
You can't go to that event.
Yo, you guys are wild today.
And then in real life, it's fine.
Oh my God.
Sure.
That's funny.
Once you see each other face to face, it's fine to say anything about the other person.
Exactly.
Bullying.
That's
we
how
love it.
friendship works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I get bullied all the time too, so it's fine.
God, isn't it? Isn't being someone's friend just
Not enough,
endlessly being?
clearly.
Oh no.
Clearly you
I
need
think
to
there's
be
a target on you
bullied
now.
Oh, what have I done? Sure, you can definitely do the. You can tie them to your thighs. That'll work, actually.
Your silhouette is gonna be
Amazing.
wild.
I'm already a giant cow, man. Not everyone is gonna know what we're supposed to look like anyway.
The hips do lie, though.
Ajal's hips specifically do lie.
Do my hips get a bonus on deception?
You're gonna get a disadvantage. Anyways,
Yeah, so are you buying a dress instead of a suit?
Sure.
Okay,
More things to hide in the skirt.
sure. Yeah, the owner will give you a dress with no pockets. She seems upset that you didn't buy any. So one of you has added armor underneath your outfit. Anyone else doing anything?
I think I'll go to like a blacksmith and just buy like 2 daggers.
Okay. Easy enough. I believe a dagger is like a piece.
I feel like it's
One of you, unless one of you have a dagger of your own, you can just like lend.
I have a dagger.
I probably
Also-
have a dagger.
I have
Yeah.
2 daggers.
That's what I figured. I was like, I'm sure you all have daggers. There's no reason to go buy another one. So
Yeah,
you all
I have
play
two daggers.
pass the dagger, allowing us to have a little weapon.
I actually do not have a dagger. I have manacles.
I have a pair of fancy daggers.
Atlas, what's the distance you can return your spear to you?
I'm not sure because I know I can throw the spear up to 20 feet without disadvantage, but I think total 60 feet. But I'm not sure. So I guess assume 60 at most.
Okay.
In the middle of the party.
Because I know we
Yes.
made it a minor magic item. Yeah. So you all buy some outfits, readying yourself for this event. Anything else you all wish to get done?
Where we're going?
How much would a
You go ahead. I'll start. I was just thinking out loud.
I was gonna ask how much would a potion of invisibility cost?
Potion of invisibility.
Yeah.
If you go to the magic item shop, you can buy a potion of invisibility for about 300 gold.
Can you say that
For
again?
How much?
300 gold. Sorry.
300? Nah, I'll take my chances with Pass Without a Trace. Never mind.
You sure?
100 is a lot.
It is a lot, honestly.
That reminds me that I should. I thought that said should be an invisibility scroll.
Yeah, sorry. I just said potion. $600 gold.
Yeah, a scroll is 200.
Fuck it, I'll spend, what was it? 300? What was
For the
Yeah.
for the
For
for
potion.
the potion?
Yeah, it's 200
Yeah.
gold.
200 for the
Scroll.
scroll. What am I buying? Hang on.
Are you trying to buy the scroll or the potion?
The
That's for
potion.
you. Oh yeah, the
Okay.
potion is 3.
Yeah, potion's 3.
Okay, I thought it was 3. I got confused.
Yeah, sorry. The scroll, any second level scroll is 200 gold.
Because I'm assuming with the potion, I just drink it and then turn invisible.
Yes.
Which is very
That's more
quiet.
useful.
Way quieter than trying to cast.
Invisibility. I figure it'll be useful sooner or later.
Oh, yes.
Can get me one cheaper, but this is faster. And I'll have it forever if I don't use it. Is the other thing.
Absolutely.
It'll be that one random session. 4
Yeah.
months down the line. What do I have a potion of invisibility from?
Just
I
like
mean,
when I was
Ingrained in
like
your
when I
mind
was
right now.
here, and at any given like obstacle, I just went through my notes of magic items.
Exactly.
Like, what do I got in here? Like, going through your garage.
Yep. you really needed this wood block that you saved for no reason for the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's the perfect size for something. You know it.
Mhm.
You're gonna find
I
it. You're
know
gonna find an unlevel table. It's gonna be level perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, honestly, that too. What's about to say? Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I'll go to medical institute the rest of the time.
Gotcha. Um, where was it? I literally just saw it. Ah! You head off to the north side of the city, located just near the edge of one of the large sections of cliffs, where the city itself seems to have risen from the depths of this massive lake. You find a establishment called Riptide Medical University. Walking inside, you can see a well-built, light and neatly filled interior stretches before you. You can see there are many patients coming in to be seen. Not as many as like you would expect for a place like this. You get the sense that you're in the upper echelons of the city, and so the people who are here are probably those who are in the upper echelon of the city. Lots of well-dressed individuals, very put-together doctors, and other individuals. But you kind of walk in, go up to the front counter, where you can see there's a bunch of receptionists currently working away, taking in different individuals. Hi, here for study or here with some sort of issue?
Both. I am not from this area, and I practice and study in the medical field myself. And I'm seeking to find any leads on a ailment that I have.
Yeah. Here, you want to fill out this questionnaire real fast?
Sure.
And while you fill that out, do you have a copay for this establishment? Just to be seen, 5 gold pieces.
I will pull out 5 gold pieces.
You hand over the gold pieces. She hands you the questionnaire. You go sit down with a little inkwell and begin to write symptoms. It's just essentially it's kind of fun doctor. Like you're writing down like your medical history, your name, why you're here today, places where they can contact you in case something comes up from tests, stuff like that. Fill out, bring it back. They quickly go over some of the main bits with you. Okay, right now I believe we have one doctor who is currently available to see you. I'll get you going fast, okay?
Very well.
She gets up, watches another receptionist, kind of comes over and starts helping other individuals. Eventually, she comes into another side door. Follow me, please.
Make my way.
She takes you to space and brings you to a small little seating area where You can see it's a nice, clean wood slab table for you to sit upon. There's some medical instruments. She tells you to have a seat, closes the door, and the Dr. Ashbaum will be with you shortly.
Ashbaum.
Dr. Ashbaum. You wait maybe a minute or so, and you hear a knock on the door. And opening the door, immediately you see kind of a dark fur. As you can see, a black fur tabaxi enters into the space. You can see they have really shining yellow eyes, very very pink nose, and a very large smile across the cat-like face. Hello, how can I help you?
Yes, I am seeking for leads on an ailment that I have.
Okay, let's see what I can do for you. And takes a seat across from you and is going through your chart. So how would you have described your?
Again, with the practice and study that he has and all the medical stuff, he'd pretty much go pretty, not extreme detail. Obviously, it wouldn't be that much space to really be trying to write a whole thesis on what it is that it is.
Mhm.
He will write the main thing that he knows that if I had to describe the way that it affects him, it's probably an attack on the nervous system and organ functions.
Mhm.
Would probably be the two main things. He has chronic fatigue. Uh, uh, Chronic fatigue, attack on the nervous system, attack on organ function, and yeah, those would probably be the main things. The three. Like he would go into more detail. I'm just giving him,
Yeah.
but yeah.
He,
I haven't been able to exactly pinpoint exactly what the issues are, but those are the main things that I can acknowledge.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look at you and see what I can determine. He goes through, runs some very basic medical tests first. And you can see, like, as he's taking like temperature, he gets this like kind of worried look as he puts his hand up against your skin.
Where the little where the gray patches.
Mm-hmm. Write some stuff down. Let's see. Interesting. Hmm. So, there's a few things I've noticed just so far. This is purely on the physical attributes of the sickness that you show. There is a kind of heat to your skin that burns. You should not be alive. There's also some sort of element to your scales that has changed them. I would estimate some sort of mutagenic curse or something is afflicting you. Now, this can be checked as well through magical means. So desire. And most likely this is a magical affliction. You said you had something that it attacks the nerves. This is more internal, and it's different than what I've already perceived on the outside. It's affecting your lungs. They are atrophying, decaying. And it is no sickness that I can perceive based on the decay your body is suffering from. At the moment. I would like to do some blood tests if I could.
Very well.
He goes into like the cabinet section, pulls out a fucking massive looking needle. This tight white band is wrapped around your forearm. And you can see that there's like various types of needles. You get the sense this is a needle meant for Draconic Scale. Specifically for, people like you. He needs something intense to break through those scales. So it just looks horrifying. But you being you most likely take it without a second thought. Able to have your blood drawn into the large vial and deposit it in a clean potion glass of sorts. Stops it. A clean stopper. Okay. I'll be looking over this as soon as I can to determine if there's something else afflicting you. Whatever this is, though, it is certainly a decay inwards. And it, from what I can tell, is highly aggressive.
That's a rather understatement, in my opinion.
You take anything to help you with this?
I'll reach into my robe and pull out the concoction.
He kind of say no.
I'll hand it over.
He'll unstopper it, take a smell, kind of whisk it around a little bit, smells again.
It obviously doesn't cure me, but it does ail some of these symptoms. But one thing that I have noticed over the few years, its effect is weakening on me. Or whatever is killing me is becoming more apparent.
What is... There's a lot of natural materials in this. Something irony. It smells of death. I wonder if... Interesting. Whatever decay you have in these potions, you say it alleviates the symptoms?
Yes, it holds things at bay. Without it, I've been taking it since I was a child. I would have died otherwise.
I was going to say, the rate of what I can see is the decay is severe. Part of me sees this and smells that. strong stench of decay. I wonder if it's the body using decayed material to stop or alleviate from this. As if the body is feeding off of decayed material in itself. As if it needs it. Hopefully the blood test shows something. You do have that skin affliction, some sort of immunogenic disease curse. We do have staff here that are trained in magical healing. If you want for a remove curse to cast.
And he's talking about the
Yeah.
do I want to get rid of this? At this point, I'm immune to cold damage.
You're
But
incredibly warm now. Like,
yeah,
most things you touch, you kind of burn. It hasn't really affected too much
as of yet.
as of yet, other than the first time it went off.
Yeah. The point of it was to study the way it affects my body. As of now, no. The curse is something that I am aware of. It has its benefits as of now. But I will eventually most likely return to have it removed.
That would be a wise course of action. It might have minor benefits now. Who knows what it's going to be. But it's your
If I'm
decision.
honest, yes, if I'm honest, my curiosity is always piqued at the opportunity for new hypotheses. It's probably my medical ego and pride that I'm not willing to let go of just yet.
What did you study? You seem very learned.
I studied in the mountains, particularly in the field of thanatology.
Death.
Yes. When you are struck in with a illness that kills you from a child, you can become stuck on one topic for a while. The concept of mortality is something I've had to grapple with all my life. So to understand it brought me comfort.
It is a good thing to find comfort in such a difficult time.
Oh, I don't find it to be difficult anymore. To me, it's the process of things. The same way that people study how a plant sprouts and grows, I study how it decays, how it ceases to function. Two halves of the same coin, in my opinion.
Do not.
But I understand that for many, it's a macabre topic. So I usually keep it to myself.
Macabre and one that most try to end. For most of us, the point of life is to avoid death. We eat, we sleep, we do all those things to not die. It's the main point. And we
Yes.
come to medical curiosities to find out why we all die. And
Of course.
we find a way to stop. You might have accepted it and grappled with it, but you're still seeking ways to avoid it. Can't deny it.
Oh, I recognize. I do not wish to die. But a part of this is also it'd be almost like a badge of honor for my medical learnedness. I wish to conquer this with the knowledge that I've gained. So, even if it does not last long, even if it still succumbs, even if I still succumb to it, to know that my mind was capable of overcoming it in any regard, I will consider a job well done.
Absolutely.
Again, medical pride and ego.
That is very fair. Can I ask you one more thing before I send you on your way? I will be giving you some. I'll be prescribing you some pain potions. I hope they will help very much, seeing the condition you're in. But this elixir, what are the ingredients?
So, I speak on the ingredients. But when I get to the ears of the drow, I just replace them for like the ears of would be a creature that would be not hard to come across.
A goblin?
How are goblins viewed in this neck of the world? In this neck of the world.
They're a more monstrous race. Doesn't mean they're entirely always evil. Typically they are. Just because of, you know,
Are there any
The-
goblin like society? Right.
not here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In the mountains, there's a lot of goblin tribes and stuff that go out and invade. Like, the clan structure of the goblin society does not allow them to really move on from destructive
Okay.
tendencies. You've heard that there are like civilized goblins, like civilized goblin cities, places where they are, you know, fairly regular.
Mm-hmm.
But here, there's a lot of tribes.
You know what? Instead of ears of a drow, I'll say ears of a gnoll.
Here's a knoll. Okay. Yeah, same thing with knolls. Most knolls usually tend to be bad, but there's some good ones. You know, you can find the places where like they've been able to have a culture that actually works for them, and like it's not toxic to surrounding neighbors.
Yeah. And yeah, I feel like that's something I can more easily explain than anything else.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you. I'll get back to you. You're staying at the Two Towers Inn.
That was
Tale
just,
of Two Towers Inn.
yeah, that's if that's where I put it. Is it. Okay, yeah.
I would assume you'd put that as that's the place you've been staying since you got here.
Then yeah. Yes, that is where you can find me.
Okay. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Good luck.
Thank you. I look forward to whatever your findings are.
I'll pick up his stuff, open the door, check out as a breeze, and you're left on your way. Would you pick up the pain pills? Or pain Alexis?
I'd pick them up and I'll like study them. If I use them, we'll find out. But
You get the sense. Make a medicine check.
medicine. Ah, always roll
13. There, you don't recognize the brand, or you're fairly certain that these are probably somewhat simple, just to actually like just get rid of pain happening at the time. So you have like a coughing fit, you might want to take these. These would probably work, for like a coughing fit. It's not gonna help in the long term.
Yeah. But if it ever feels a little too unbearable.
Yeah. It's like having Dayquil.
Okay.
You give me 2 pots of Dayquil.
I get 2 pops a day.
2 pots of fantasy Dayquil. Let's go.
Help you go to sleep.
That's NyQuil. Actually, you
Oh, yeah,
only
yeah.
need one day and one night.
One day and one night, yeah.
Yup. So you do have the fantasy NyQuil.
Fantasy Dayquil, fantasy NyQuil.
Love to see it. Make your way back to your group. Anyone else wish to do anything over the next couple of days while preparing for this?
How many days have we been in the city by this point?
Days in the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it gets difficult, because I can track days to get to any place, but when you're stuck in one place for a while, it's a little confusing.
As soon as we
one
got
day.
there, we met Karo and Colte.
Mm-hmm. Then you were immediately taken to your place where you would stay. Then you went
On quests.
on quests that took a whole day. And then the next day, you were still on the same quests because you were in prison.
Yes.
It's 3 days. I believe it took you a day or 2 to complete. I think it took you 2 days in total to beat this start, trying to find it, hunt it down, and then you had 1 more full day spent today, essentially, meeting with the King's Council, and meeting with Caro, planning this out. So this is 6 days in total so far. So after today, you have 1 more day of things to prepare for, and then that last day, on the 8th day in the city, is when you're doing the event.
Okay.
So we are technically on day 6 right now.
And we went to the Requiem Institute the second day, right?
I think you went on the first day.
Was it the first?
Or I think the first day you went and immediately went to the inn that you were going to stay at. I think it was the second day that you went actually to look at the items.
Okay. Cool.
Go
Cool.
shopping
Trying to
and
track my.
stuff. Because that's also the day you were like, let me see where I can get quests and stuff as well. That was that day.
Okay. Cool.
Been down for a decent amount of time, actually. And nothing's exploded. Actually, something has exploded.
Okay. So, Bonnie had a question if we're doing the healing for donations. Back just in time, Liz. Do you want to do the healing for donations?
Also, I'm so sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Oh, we didn't hear anything.
Oh, thank God, because the puppies were screaming.
They're screaming.
Let us hear them.
Oh my God.
I don't think
Well,
I want to
'cause
hear
it's-
puppies scream.
Okay, because it's bedtime. which means that one of them gets left alone.
Oh,
Oh.
Because she's used to sleeping alone. And she was fine until I had to go out there because the one that sleeps with a person in the room had an accident that I had to go clean up.
damn.
And the other one has like of the funniest sounding bark.
I've never met these puppies, but I do love them.
I sent you an image.
I didn't see them. Huh?
Yes, you should have.
I want to see them.
I didn't see puppies.
Give us the puppies.
There's a puppy. I don't want to rile the other one up.
I can get puppies.
Oh, those puppies.
the dash.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Dashes.
her sister's here. I'll get pictures
Oh
of her
my
tomorrow.
goodness.
Baby.
I love
They're adorable.
a tiny
They're
little hot dog.
Such terrors.
They could never do anything wrong.
Are they minis? Is it like the size they're gonna be?
No.
They're just baby.
Just
Yeah. She's
They're
already
not
like
big dogs.
quadrupled in size from the images in that I've showed y'all. She's fucking big.
Oh, so you're out of the baby dog stage and they are puppies now.
Yeah.
Because baby dogs are the most precious things on the planet. Puppies are
Absolutely.
terrorists.
No, we have a bell on her. So we know where she's at.
Goodness.
Because she will sneak away and go do terrible, horrible crimes. Like eating the wall.
This reminds me, I literally saw a video like a day ago of someone who had to do that with their dogs and puppies. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Also, to be clear, she has a ton of toys and a ton of different toys. She has hard, like toys to chew on. She has soft, plushy toys. She has squeaky toys. She has ropes. She has like medium to firm toys. She has a Kong that we give her. Like, she has everything she could possibly want to chew on.
She would like the walls, please.
Exactly. This is not a case of her not having options. And she uses all of those things. It's not like we've been giving her a bunch of stuff that she doesn't use.
I love
She would
her.
just would also like to add the walls into that rotation.
As she should. Okay.
we
Alright,
make
back to
foam
D&D.
ones?
I could talk about puppies
Mhm.
all day, but
For
we don't have
real?
time for that.
You all, yeah. Do you want to do the magic, healing?
Yeah.
Potions?
Let's serve Hadar
Slice of pizza.
and make
Hell
some
yeah.
money.
Maybe. Okay. So you head out into the poor districts of town, working to invite people for donations and healings. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. See how many people you get.
I imagine that's... It's either gonna be me or Bonnie.
Who's more persuasive?
Probably Bonnie. I only have +5. Nope, it's me.
I have a whole
Come
book
join my
on
cult,
it, so-
kids.
Come join my cult, kids.
20.
Okay. You get a fair amount of individuals coming to get healing. So, yep. And then, how much healing?
got 5.
I've got my 2 mass healing words.
Heal up to what, 6 people or 8? It's 8.
Numbers.
I believe it is 6.
6.
So, oh, yeah, it was
It's
6.
12.
So that's 12.
Plus 3. Plus another 6 spell slots. 3 first, 3.
How many for you,
Second.
Ripley?
I have 5.
Plus 5. And then 4 for Bonnie. Because either cure wounds or potions would affect it. So that is 32 individuals that can be healed.
That's a non-insignificant number.
That's a decent bit.
For 3 people? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's like over 10 for each of us.
Okay. So you are able to take Ripley approximately 128 hit points
Damn.
worth of healing. And you all make 80 silver pieces.
80 total.
80 total.
Alright, so we all get 26 silver. And then there is 2 for the party fund.
Um, and you already fed him enough this week, because you did this very recently, but that is a significant amount of hit points, and you can
Yeah,
feel.
I mean, I wasn't I was just kind of adding the whole number because this will be the last day on the week anyway.
Yeah.
I've already. The boon applies after, so you don't have to worry about like doing other stuff.
No, I got you. But he is exceptionally happy. You feel that presence, kind of crawls up your spine, hovers over your shoulder, and caresses the back of your skull as it just
Hate
sits
that.
there and brings this weight to there, and you just feel glad tidings.
Interesting.
So the day passes into night. The next day, I assume you all head off to go and speak to Caro, who gives you the 2 Pass Without Trace spell tools that he had commissioned for your quest. So he has those for you to make it easier. Is there anything else you wish to do?
At like right before the Requiem Institute closes for the day, I do want to go over and check on my order at the enchantment place.
Okay.
But that's towards the end of the day, so.
That is adorable, actually. Just pretending to fly around. Yeah. Anyone else? Love a little joy flight. It's definitely not the same, but
Oh, I do want to cast one of my misspells.
oh, Yeah. Would you
Yeah,
do
in
that?
the same
Would you
same
do
place
that
I
at
did
night?
the fur ball.
So this
No, I'll
first
just
night.
do it like during the day because I already did one previous day.
Right. So this next full
Um,
day.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Would you do this before or after you get your item?
I'll do it like, like during the day in that place I did before, so it'd be before I got the item.
What spell do you want to cast?
I'll do Burning Hands.
Yeah, you cast Burning Hands. You go back to that kind of like mostly abandoned. Sorry, I just noticed something. Yeah, you go back to that mostly abandoned kind of quiet old kind of open square of the city. You can see the old temple, and you can see again that young couple is this time just walking around. You see they're holding like picnic baskets. It looks like they're on a date. And you suddenly walk back into the square, and you can see both the ladies look at you and give you like these eyes. Not again. You set up and you cast Burning Hands towards an empty section of the square. So here's the thing. You're not aiming this at anyone, right?
No.
Okay. So as you kind of cast this spell, you read out Burning Hands, and the spell reaches out, and in a moment you realize, oh, this is a spell that was supposed to only affect one person. It's not a cone. So it immediately rebounds on you, just because of the nature of the spell. As you cast Turning Hands on yourself, so your hands outstretched, suddenly you're and you look down at your hands and they have rotated.
Oh.
Um,
Does that hurt?
it's uncomfortable and awkward. So like your fingers have like gone and moved upward, facing you now, and you go to clench your hands, and you watch your fingers clench towards your face. It's just super weird. The couple, you hear one of the ladies goes, "What the fuck?"
Okay, I don't throw up.
Yeah, you realize that this would give you disadvantage to sleight of hand checks and attack rolls, actually, as your hands are flipped like a rakshasa. It's just very weird. You like go to curl your wrists, and instead of going like they normally do, they start curling towards your actual like arm up above. Like, it's just super weird.
I hate this. How long does it last?
3 rounds.
Okay.
So, but 18 seconds later, suddenly your fingers recurl back the normal way, and you stretch them and play with them. Shudder a little bit, avoiding throwing up. But it works.
Awful. Okay. Great.
And now you know that the Burning Hands is actually Turning Hands.
Good to know. It's added to the list.
Slowly but surely learning this item.
Is there a saving throw associated with this?
Yes, it's DC 15. On a success, the spell bounds to the caster.
Oh.
So this is a spell cast toward one individual.
And what type of save is it?
Wisdom saving throw.
And then if it rebounds, do you auto fail or do you get to make the save?
I'm pretty sure just auto fail.
Okay.
We can make it so that it's a save. It doesn't say it. I like the idea that it's a save, but I also like the idea that this just happened to you because you just didn't expect it.
Gotcha.
Because it doesn't say. All it says, it's a cool. It just says turning hands, wisdom save, DC 15. Targets hands to rotate for 3 rounds.
Gotcha.
There's no comma. Targets hands to rotate for 3 rounds. It might actually affect multiple targets. Success. Caster. I say this is a one-person caster. Like, you have to point at one person, and you get to make the save as well.
Cool. Alrighty.
Yeah. And then after that, you go to check on your magic item.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, you head back to the Requiem Institute's magic shop. Requiem enchantments. You find, you speak to one of the attendants and ask about your item. And then stepping out from the back, you can see the young lady wizard comes out looking a little harrowed. Seems that she has a couple wounds that were not there 2 days ago. Hi, Ripley, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You here to pick up your item?
If it's ready.
It is. The curse was a bit strong. Whoever left it, whatever left it, made it a bit powerful. So we had some fun.
Okay.
But yeah, she will hand you the item.
So what were you able to do with it?
So it is mostly the same. We were able to negate the effect that it just hurts someone random when you go down. Is drastically weaker now because of that. But it's nice. So whenever you brought down to unconsciousness, whatever damage that was done to you, you can choose who it goes to, and it will only do a single. Essentially, what they're trying to say is it will do 2d6.
Okay.
No matter what the damage was.
Okay. So everything else is the same, but the damage is 2d6.
And you can
And-
choose who it goes to.
Okay. That is way weaker. Holy shit. Okay, that's fine though. Better than killing my party.
Yeah. What was the damage before, actually? I'm trying to find-
48.
Yeah. It's way weaker. But, it was a cursed item. wasn't to your party. It was to a random person within.
Oh no, it
distance.
was an ally specifically. The original item. It said an ally within 30 feet, which is why it was such a problem.
Okay.
Alrighty, thank you very much. And it's 600 gold pieces, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
So you I believe you
I'm
only
gonna
paid
give
half,
them an extra
right?
50 gold. No, I didn't pay anything, I don't think.
I thought you paid half.
No?
Okay.
I just had a receipt.
Okay. Um.
I'm gonna give them an extra 50 gold because it looks like it was really hard on their body to deal with this.
Thank you so much. It's certainly entertaining. Do you want to know the details?
I think it'll make me feel worse, so probably not.
Well, just going through rigorous testing.
Well, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing it in. We were happy to serve and learn about cryptotics.
Alright. And then I will leave.
You have a swell day.
You too.
Yeah, and you leave the establishment.
Okie and I will reattune to that now.
Yeah. So you spend some time, the last bit of that second day, tuning to your object. Anyone else have anything they wish to do? Okay. On the last night, you all dwell within the inn, sharing your rooms with your fellow allies. The wind howls against the windows, and you all get a nice, calm, long rest. The morning is hectic as you eat a quick meal in the morning, get dressed in your fineries, and prepare yourselves for a ball. The incriminating evidence, I would say, also would have been gotten when you got the pass without trace. It is a bundle of notes that can be hidden in anyone's pockets. It's pockets.
I think I have a okay sleight of hand if we want to use my pockets.
Yeah, your hands are normal now.
They are in fact normal.
So, you all dress in fine clothes, make your way out the door. You watch as a large amount of ravens fly off the roof of the establishment as you make your way north, far reaches of town. where you see a great, amazing looking manor house built inside one of these rifts. A massive cliffside that stretches 200 feet high. You can see a tower has been built almost into the cliff itself, almost looking like some sort of strange lighthouse, shining light. You can see other small round towers, large glass domes that jut out of the stonework and filter in light. What light can be accepted into a manor half built into a cliff? But you get the sense that this is going to be a night to remember. All dressed in your fine clothes. I'm going to end the session there today.
Yippee!
Good session.
I love a good ball episode.
Mm-hmm. You had like a fancy dinner. Now it's time for the fancy ball.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as good as a beach episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you all have cool outfits. Some with pockets.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can fit so many things in these pockets.
I'm expecting outfit references from everybody.
Oh no.
I already have
now I
one.
have to think
Oh,
about
no.
what things look like.
Mm-hmm.
I need the theater of the mind.
The
I
theater
even
of my mind is a
photoshopped Joel's
black
face on top.
screen.
Oh, well, did you try plugging it in?
I don't think there is a plug.
What black screen?
The theater of my
your
mind.
Oh.
Bonnie, you should absolutely draw the party in them. I would love you
I think-
forever.
Yeah, I think you should do it.
For sure.
Everyone?
I am giving my friend dollars to also do that, but only for Ripley because I'm selfish. And they're
Yeah.
so busy they can barely make a sketch for me in
Everyone's
next week.
sizes.
Yeah, everyone, before we end the session, send your characters' sizes to Bonnie, so Doctor can draw you characters.
Yippee!
And like a quick description of like what type of suit you would have bought. You know? I imagine a Gil just in like a white suit. Like he already wears a lab coat. Like he's a little guy in a white suit. It would suit him very well. Ha ha ha.
So funny.
Mm-hmm. What do you? I didn't plan it. I'm just having a ball.
I hate myself.
Why?
Because I'm laughing unironically.
But yeah, that's the end of the session. I hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
fun.